Hi, everybody. Joshua Lengfelder here. God, I love hearing that. It's like my own theme song. Like, who would have ever thought that I'd have a theme song? Surprising. Well, welcome to Watch with Josh. This is the best content that we found regarding Randonautica. This is my true reaction. I haven't seen these videos. We kind of edit them down so that it kind of gets punchy and you get the meat of the stew, just the cream of the crop. I would like to say hi to everybody. Hi, all our regulars. Tyler, good to see ya. Comment. We love interacting with you guys, answering any questions you might have. Thank you for joining us. We have a book that's coming out that I think it's still in pre-order, so you'll save a couple bucks if you pre-order it on Amazon. Just go to randonautica.com and you get to that. Let's just get right to it. I'm going to invite Derek, who's kind of a behind-the-scenes guy with the reality show. How you doing, Derek?
I'm doing great, man. How you doing?
Pretty good. Just living the dream,
I hear you, man.
Set my intention and it manifested, and look where I am now.
Yeah. Well, speaking of setting intentions, man, like we had some group intentions over the weekend from our last show. If we can, we talked about that briefly when we had Aubrey on last week. How she wanted to set a group intent for everybody, just like this hive mind kind of thing, and the intention was purple. And some of you guys, hey Jackie, thanks for the shout out. Some of you guys went out there and you did it, and you shot some stuff, and I think we have a little quick video cut together of just some of those examples.
All right, I'm excited to see it.
We used to do intents on the weekend. Could we do purple this weekend?
Purple it is. Oh, purple.
Wow.
Look at this.
So pretty.
That's a lot of purple.
That's a lot of purple. Beautiful.
What was that for purple?
So it worked.
That one was weird. They uploaded it and their picture scrambled on Instagram and had this weird purple line.
I think we have to follow the purple path.
This is my favorite one.
Yeah. Look at that perfect path right down the middle.
Just like calling them. I just stop at the bar.
Like, just purple up the subreddit?
So yeah, it worked. We all set our intention to purple, went looking for purple stuff, and what do you know? You find a bunch of purple when you look for purple. It's just, one of those things, seek and you will find. I think it says in the Bible somewhere, Jesus said that, knock and the door will open, seek and you will find. So
it was cool seeing all that, man. Having everybody in that same intention and keep something simple too. Like it was just a simple. I'm just realized I'm holding a purple pen. Just everybody out there, just kind of doing the, just putting their mind on something. It didn't have to be something dark and crazy like all the TikTokers want to make it. Whatever.
Right.
Something easy and positive and just open to interpretation and stuff. Hey Nikki, thanks for the shout out. Little purple heart.
Yeah, shout out to everybody who downloaded the app. Shout out to our pro subscribers. A lot of special stuff comes when you subscribe to our app. You get unlimited anomalies. You can set your radius anywhere in the world. A lot of cool. So thank you to everyone who really supports us through buying our merch and just keeping the lights on, keeping our developers fed. Thank you very much. But yeah, when you set an intention, it really works. Everybody thinks it's like a joke or something, but it ends up being like so important, not just in Randonautica, but in your life in general. So I want to ask everybody who's present to like help us set another intention for next week or in the coming month. So if you have an idea for an intent that you'd like the group to participate in, just let us know and we'll kind of like democratically decide what the intent is.
I like it. Cool, man.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So this is Watch with Josh, and I think we should go ahead and hop into our
Let's do
our
it. I'm
first
excited.
video here. Take a look. If you guys have any questions or comments like throughout the stream, please let us know, and we'll try to get to them as we can. All right, video number 1.
We're gonna go to one more. Creepy. Fingers crossed.
Creepy right off the bat.
That point. So let's hope that the last one is a charm and we get something creepy. All right, hit it. Hit it, boy.
All right. About 10 minutes away.
Dang, this is the furthest one away. See you guys when we get there.
So they got
All
a
right,
bullet
so we
because
are
it's
at
purple.
the last spot, and they finally gave us a weird one here. As you guys can tell, there's all kind of weird stuff. There's like old mattresses. There's old tires back here. If you guys can see all those old tires. Looks
Definitely
like
an old house.
remnants of a garage and a house. 100% a haunted house. They get a vibe, a haunt vibe.
So they set their intent for creepy and got a creepy old house.
That's pretty creepy, all right.
Yes, could be.
We don't recommend,
like,
even in abandoned places, we don't recommend trespassing, by the way.
yeah, you
don't know
can
who's
get
squatting in there.
arrested, especially filming it. Yeah,
No.
then
I
there's
mean, at least
people
they're doing it during the
squatting.
daytime. That's a little.
That's good, and they're in a group. But yeah, it's dangerous. There are
The
squatters
steps are
that
fairly sturdy.
probably
Yeah.
don't want to see you where they're squatting. So be careful out there, everybody.
I don't know if I'd trust those floors or those stairs of this old house.
Not
either.
at all.
Falling through. It's a cool spot.
It's cool.
These
Yeah.
floors are a little wobbly.
Yeah. No joke.
It's gonna come flying through.
What is that? CXR-esser? What is that?
I thought it said. I read it as Chaser at first, but that does look more like an X than an H. But I don't know.
Caser.
CKA. Yes.
Oh, no. Oh, look, even the,
Talking
the
walls.
fan blades are, the fan blades are.
The family's so sad.
Need some evaporated milk.
I wonder if it's still good.
Oh, what is this?
What'd you find out?
Doing a little.
Can of
Milk of the gods.
cranberry sauce.
Cranberry.
That's
It-
like straight up. I ain't too
They
bad,
should
but it
keep
looks
that
like
for
it.
Thanksgiving.
Cheese.
I don't like fresh cranberry sauce, man. You can keep that in the can.
So somebody lived here in 2013. That looks horrible.
You think that looks bad?
Ugh.
This.
I wonder what happened that caused them to just abandon the house.
Oh, an old jar of minced meat.
All right, let's get out of here.
Ugh.
All right. Well, we finally found something with the app.
It was creepy.
Tim,
Yay.
Definitely, I would
Randonautica
say
Check out
that
the
was
scrunchie.
creepy.
Available on iOS and App Store.
Check out the scrunchie in his ponytail. Bringing the 90s back.
Shout out Universe Retro, intent
Yeah.
fulfilled. I mean, they found a creepy old house. I mean, from the outside, it looks super creepy, but just makes me think about like the people that live there and why they moved out and whoever wrote that, whatever that is, that graffiti.
Yeah.
Just makes me wonder like the mystery of what that means. So intent fulfilled. Good job, guys. That
Cool.
was
It
a cool
looks like
video.
We might have a question
Let's see.
coming up. So, Sandy. Hey, Sandy. Thanks for watching again. Question: is there a time frame after a point is created in the app? That's a good question. I've actually wondered that.
Good question. So right now what we're doing is like taking a snapshot in time of an anomaly. If you track them throughout time, they kind of move around like a meteorological heat map. So there is a temporal element, but in the Asher-Paris paradox, which is our current hypothesis, it depends on you observing the event. So we've had reports of people going to places even years after they generated it and still had weird things happen. So
Really?
I don't know how to answer it. So there could be. That's one of the things we're going to test because we have coming up in the next year or so multidimensional anomaly scan, which scans for anomalies not just in space but in time too. A good way to know that that a point might be special is that if it keeps coming up, we call it a persistent anomaly. So there may be something there that is not just in space but in time too.
Wow.
Good question.
That was a great question, Stanley. Thank you very much. If you guys, like I said, if you guys have questions, let us know throughout the show. We'll get to them as they come in if we can. Looks like we also have a few suggestions for some of the intentions for the community intent that we had brought up earlier. MKG47 Evan says, like intentions such as portals.
I like that one. And what to look out for when you're looking for portals is like it looks like fuzzy, like almost like TV static or something. So keep an eye out for that. And if you walk through, make sure you walk back out the same way you came.
All right, dumb equals cool. I like that name, dumb equals cool, because I mean, if dumb equals cool, man, I'm the Fonzie baby. Hey, I said music the other day as an intent. Music's a good one.
Yeah, I wonder how that turned out.
Yeah, peace and love. Peace and love is always welcome.
That's always welcome.
Whether you're randonauting or not, you should be looking for and sharing peace and love.
Personally, I was thinking peace, so we got 2 votes for peace.
There you go. Cool. So yeah, if you guys, Rockin' Robin,
Rockin' Robin, thanks for joining us. We
missed you last
Robin.
Week. Yeah. So if you guys, like I said, as the show's going on, if you guys have any more suggestions for intents or questions or anything like that, let us know as the show goes on. In the meantime, we will continue on to video
2.
Randonautica. What is it? Why would you want to use it? And is it as creepy as I've been led to believe? Let's take a look into it. Some people have asked me, and we'll talk to the spirits and get their take on this.
Yeah, David, can you go ahead and pause here for a second? Let me give you a little, because this looks a little wacky if you come into it blind. This guy has this is not something he does specifically for Randonautica. It's not something he just started doing. But what he does, he has a channel where he speaks to spirits from his sink, I think kitchen sink or bathroom sink. I forget where he's at. I think it's the kitchen sink. Basically what he does is he runs the water for a long time. So I hope he's not in California because there's like a shortage out there. But he runs the sink water and he asks a question and he's recording the whole time. And then he goes in with a program. He removes the white noise and he claims to hear some responses from certain spirits and stuff like that. Take it as you will.
I mean,
Emily says they're pumped. Yep. Take it as you will. It's fun. It's entertaining.
Nikola Tesla experimented with a similar thing called a spirit box, where he would listen to sounds from a radio, and so it's not unheard of. But yeah, it's a little out there and a little weird. So I'm interested to see what happens.
So that's a little setup for it. So you guys watching, you let us know what you think as it goes on. Or they're just saying to wear headphones to get a better experience.
Before I even touch that app over there, can you let me know, are you capable of altering that random number generator as I touch it? By the way, good morning. Thank you for joining me. I do appreciate your help.
Good one, Emily.
That is good. He's very creative. That's a very creative use of scene.
So, if you spirits can actually manipulate this, can you make that the number 12 once I push this button 3 times? Here we go.
It's a big ask.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is a no. Send me a number in your head. Okay, I got number 5 right off the bat. I'm going to push this 3 times. Oops. 1.
It starts glitching.
Yeah.
That's weird. That's creepy.
2. Oh.
There's a 5.
So he doesn't
So
think
we
it's-
got a 5.
he got a 5, but it wasn't the third time he
That didn't work again.
would go either.
But I mean,
Anything you wanna
when you're
say
listening
about
to
that?
a sync, it's up for interpretation.
Yeah. Like how the spirits are arguing with each other too.
Yeah.
I still think you guys are able to manipulate that, and just chose not to.
Werewolf, my toilet makes weird sounds when I sit on it. Yeah.
Let's talk
I hear
about
that.
Randonautica. Is the app safe to use?
Well,
the
that's
app
the
stupid?
world.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, spirits.
Thanks.
So, as long as you're having fun and you're not doing any harm to anybody else, there's no harm in using the app, correct?
Ooh.
Or does that app access something negative?
The devil.
Well, that's his interpretation of what the
And by
water's
that, I mean,
saying.
maybe
Yeah, the
some
guy talking to
more
his sink
based forms
is-
of,
That's his
spirits,
opinion.
Or I don't want to use the word, but does it access the dark side?
The dark side.
That's where it ends. The dark side.
Should my daughter and I go on a Randonautica excursion?
Yeah. Please leave your kitchen appliances at home when you go. Thank you.
Yeah.
And if I
And make
said
sure your
in my mind
refrigerator's
that I wanna
running.
go off in search of a higher power, blessings from above, would I find that?
Up to you.
Yeah.
Do you spirits have a message for me today?
Yeah.
All right, spirits, thank you
Talk
very
to
much
the
for
Well, that was very creative
answers
and
about this
cool and
Randonautica.
different.
Love, peace, joy, and adventure to you.
Somebody says
Safe
she doesn't hear this at
adventures.
all.
God
Yeah.
bless.
Same.
Obviously, it's very up for interpretation.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not unheard of for people to, use different things to get access to, like, maybe a part of the subconscious that they didn't have. So maybe it's like, he's interpreting these things through the sounds of his sync. I mean, it's not unheard of through history. People have done, yes, synchromystics. That was a really good one. But like, he kept saying, is Randonautica evil or whatever? Is it accessing the dark side? But it's not really about Randonautica. It's about the users and their intention.
Yeah.
And so if millions of people are using it and they're using negative intention, then is it really Randonautica that's the dark side? Or is it the people who are using malintent that are on the dark side?
As
Because
their
there's-
synchronicities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Synchronicities.
I am
Because there's
curious
plenty of
if-
people that use it for positive intentions. But
I feel like I'm curious though, because it is like, these spirits that live in his sink. I'm curious now, is Farrah Fawcett one of those ghosts? She died a few years ago. Fawcett?
I
Nope.
would
Cool.
talk to her. I would talk to her.
I just feel like if Farrah Fawcett was a ghost, she'd be in a sink because that's where faucets are. Anyway,
Good one.
that's I'll log myself off. I'll see you guys next week. See ya. Yeah. So I mean,
it's
I
up for
would-
interpretation. He listened to his sync and he got what he got from it.
Yeah.
But like,
Thanks,
who's
Tyler.
to say like if that's really the spirits or just what
Yeah.
he heard, But like he made a good point is like go towards the light, which means like a lot of people have been putting bad intentions into it. And then what do you find creepy and bad stuff. So just imagine if all the people who were looking for creepy death and just following trends mindlessly started putting intentions towards peace, love, etc. So
I would recommend people do, because what I did earlier is because it's easy to like when you're reading along with what they say, then you can kind of hear it. But if you I would recommend you guys go watch it on yourself, watch it again by yourself, but don't look at the screen and just listen to when the voices are talking and try to figure out what you hear. Because every time I tried that, it was nowhere near what he had written. Because there's that whole thing where like if they show you the words when you hear it, you're like, it kind of tricks your mind, like, oh, that's what I hear too. But if you come into it like completely blind, you won't. Dude, Sandy, dad jokes, that's me all day, every day.
We love it. We appreciate it. But yeah, that was his interpretation. I mean, like he was kind of leading towards a certain answer, but he did have something to say, which was like, there are a lot of people using it with just really horrible intentions and go towards the light. Keep punching till you see the light. And if everybody used positive intentions, we could manifest something really positive. So
it was entertaining nonetheless.
That was very entertaining and creative and interesting. And that guy was
garden hoses
wacky as heck. Yeah. Maybe his bathtub or his toilet. Or if he's got a bidet, that would work too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Do we got another video?
Yeah. We're going to go on a video.
Let's move on with that one.
What's up, guys? So there's this app called Randonautica. You may have heard of it because a couple years ago, some kids found a dead body using this very app. That is not what I'm going to be doing today. Instead, I'm going to be looking for a couple cool photo locations. So I just basically press the button.
That's a good use case.
Location, and then I have to go there and snap a couple pictures.
Lots of people use it.
You are allowed to wander away from the point that it takes you to. No more than, I'd say, 50 feet. But you are allowed to wander away. Second rule, if it takes you to somewhere residential, you cannot go there taking photos. Don't be going in somebody's backyard or in something.
Thank you very much. But yeah, that's a great use case.
Yeah.
Using Randonautica to find places to take pictures, it's great. I turned on my photographer friend to that, and she's found some interesting places to take photos. So anyone who's a photographer, definitely use Randonautica to find a place to take pictures.
Looks like that is downtown somewhere. All right, let's go.
This is where it took me. Random parking lot on the edge of downtown. First thing I'm noticing is there are a set of train tracks right across the street.
That's interesting.
Like that.
Well, you think about Randonautica taking you off your deterministic path. Oh, another drone. So he like, oh man, that's so cool.
Another time, guys, be really careful. Just as someone who comes from like a photography and video background, like don't do photos or videos on train tracks.
Let's go.
Yeah,
there's been some really bad safety issues in the past with like Hollywood stuff.
Well, and the Federal Railroad Commission already got on our asses.
This is also downtown.
Yeah,
close. Let's check it out.
So it's looking like this one is going to be a little bit harder. It is the parking lot of a local Catholic school. Doesn't seem to be anything there, and there's a lot of people. So,
rule of thumb.
Yeah, you can always skip
take pictures
points
on a Catholic school.
Yeah. This is, you could always skip.
There's a security guard.
Yeah, this is definitely creepy.
Yeah.
I will admit that.
Yeah, sorry, I'm taking some photos.
Oh, that's so, oh my God.
I like how he warned us earlier. It's like, hey, don't go to residential areas to take photos. Then he goes to like,
at least he was respectful.
Yeah, a Catholic school. Like, I don't know.
Well, security guard just came to kick me out. So
don't bring weird bags,
be careful about
photography bags to
private property, man. What
school
you doing?
locations.
Taking some photos. Sorry,
creepy guy.
Yeah.
Just
use
two
your best
locations
judgment,
for
people.
today, but I think that was fun, don't you? Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you had fun. But like you said, there's safety issues. But I thought the symbolism of like going off of your deterministic path and like going onto a new path was symbolized well with the train tracks. Like you went onto a new path. But yeah, the Federal Railroad Commission has been in contact with us and did complain about people messing around at railroad sites. So please stay away from railroad sites. We got a question.
Yeah. Well, so we got a comment from Melissa first. Definitely get some sweet pictures while you're out and about while you embark on your journey. Yep.
Please, and post them and tag us in it.
Yeah. Just don't do anything illegal while you're doing it. Devlin says, so I could take my child randonauting. She's almost 4. Can't go with anyone else because lockdown.
Yeah, you could definitely take your kid. Just, research where you're going first so you make sure you're not going anywhere dangerous. But yeah, you can definitely take your children. Kids love it. They love the mystery. You can tell them it's like a treasure hunt and it's a nice way to get outside, a nice, safe activity as long as you're social distancing. And just make sure that you research where you're going. Don't go in there blind and just go to the middle of the woods just because an app told you to. Make
use your best
a
judgment.
responsible decision. Use common sense. But yeah, kids are even better at this than adults are because their minds are open. So yes, you can take your child with you, but be safe and do your research and make sure you know where you're going.
Yep. And you don't always have to get out of the car if that's a problem once you get there. If you don't feel safe, use your best judgment, especially with kids. Tyler says he took his 5-year-old and he loves it.
Yeah, Tyler takes his kid all the time. He has some great pictures.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, all right. I think we're gonna move on to our next video.
I'd like to see it.
Number 4.
So me and my friends decided to go randonauting. If you don't know what this is, it's basically where you just go to these random generated points that are meant to glitch the matrix. Here's what's crazy is we set our intent to tractor out of all places, and we go to this random field and we find a tractor.
What do you know?
Overall, it was just kind of a creepy place.
I wonder
really
if it
just
was
a
in a
giant abandoned
tractor.
warehouse. But we go to the second place and it was just even crazier. Our intention was money, and while we were going to the point, we saw this sign that had this guy getting evicted where you could just take whatever you want. And there was some pretty valuable stuff there. Even 2 plasma screen TVs.
Wow. So intention fulfilled.
And then at a restaurant, we saw an owl.
There you go.
Is that a purple owl? Or is that a blue owl? That might have been a blue owl.
Bluish purple.
Yeah, he's holding pizza though.
Piece of pizza in his mouth.
I want some pizza now.
So yeah, the first was an abandoned warehouse. Lots of cool street art. I love appreciating street art. And then they found somebody who got evicted and was just giving stuff away, so they could turn that stuff into money if they wanted to. Yeah. And then they found an owl. So
very cool.
Classic Randonautica trip right there.
Emily says, didn't someone once set their intention as a tractor and get a tractor?
That's actually happened more than once. Tommy Kelly was the first one who got the tractor at an attractor, but that's happened more than once. So that was a good video. Let's
see what Sandy's got something to say here. I just had the coolest trip with my husband and 2 boys, 21 and 15. We love it.
Awesome.
Hold that thought, Sandy, because we might be getting back to that. Melissa, watching this live is making me want to skip the yard work and go. Skip the yard work. You don't need to do yard work. Go have fun.
I do both. I do the yard work and then go randonauting.
Last time I downloaded Randonautica, it took me to a person staring at me.
Yeah, because you probably look like you were out of place and they were like, what is this person doing here? And they look like they don't belong. So you're probably drawing attention to yourself. So there's ways to kind of blend in, which is one of them is bringing a garbage bag and picking up litter.
Yeah. AJ has a question. I have noticed that majority of the people putting content up on YouTube are being stalked. Why is this happening? Or is it something being done incorrectly? I don't think it's I wouldn't say it's the majority of stuff you're seeing through algorithms and stuff like that. People that are making creepy videos or whatever, but not the majority of people that actually go randonauting.
Yeah.
Right, Joshua?
Right. There's millions of people who go randonauting and there's only a few people who report being stalked. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. A lot of those videos are fake, and I'm not going to just lie to you guys just for the heck of it. But yeah, a lot of people fake that for clickbait and so they can get views. So yeah, the majority of the videos you may be seeing, but definitely not the majority of reports that we see are people being stalked. That's clickbait so they can get people's attention and, you know, drive up views, and basically they're greedy and go for cheap thrills and want to make it look like something thrilling is happening. It doesn't happen that way. You won't get stalked.
The creepy, mysterious kind of like dark stuff gets more views, and that's what people kind of go for. If you guys ever have like video, you guys come across videos that you're not sure, you feel like it's fake or whatever, I mean, send them over to us. I'd love to like pull them apart, like if we can, because sometimes there are stuff you just come and it's legit and something's weird and creepy or whatever. But a lot of the times, like things like that are fabricated.
Well, sometimes there's YouTubers in somebody's neighborhood making a bunch of noise, and so somebody who lives in that neighborhood follows them to see what they're doing because someone is trespassing or, you know, breaking the Randonautica rules and not being a responsible randonaut. And so they do end up having people follow them because they think they're trying to break into houses or something. So you know, there's a lot of reasons, but I'd say 90% of it is just to get clickbait views.
We got a question from Rock and Robin. Is it possible to get burnt out on Randonautica? And would you need to take a break from it to recharge?
Yeah, I would say not necessarily burnt out, but like it's possible to see everything in your immediate radius. And so maybe you need to go outside of your normal radius, maybe to a new town where everything you see is going to be new. Personally, I do it in very special occasions. I don't just go randonauting every day like I did when I first got access to the technology. I would go every single day, but now I do it during special occasions, and like it's very special to me, and I respect the power of it. And yeah, you can definitely kind of like get a burnt out kind of feel, and you take some time off, you know, integrate everything you learned. And then, you know, one day you might be out and go, right now is a good time to go randonauting. Yeah. And you never know, you'll find. So yeah,
I think you can get burnt out on anything, like no matter how enjoyable it is. And especially then with Randonautica, like if you feel like if you're purposely doing it more often than you want to do it, you're not going to have your heart in it. So like do it when it feels right to do it. You know, you don't have to do it like twice a day or whatever. Like, you know, if Joshua doesn't even do it every day, it's kind of like, you know, you don't want to get, it's too much of a good thing sometimes, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And you want to make it special, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and move on to video number 5.
Video number 5.
What's going on, guys? So today is going to be a day where I go randonauting and see what we can come up with. I want to find some gold, and I'm hoping the Randonautica app will lead me to it. So, without further, let's go. Randonautica app. I always say that. I always go British with that, and I don't understand why. All right, generate. We're starting a point. Let's go.
I hope he finds a bottle of gold.
I don't know if that's gonna. I don't know. I don't. Whatever. It won't zoom in. It's taking us to a bridge. We are close to the pinpoint. Oh, we were able to just pull right up here to it.
Oh, that's cool. You must have a drone too.
Yeah, that's a cool shot.
We're going to get out. Cool. I'm just going to search the grounds a little bit. We're going to see what we can find. Remember, our intention is gold. Let's see what we can find.
I like this guy's style.
He's having fun.
Cool. A dead fish head.
Nice.
How awesome is that?
That's gold to a vulture.
A gold Pringles can.
Looked orange to me, but
not going to be that easy. We're not going to get away with it that easy. That was more orange than gold, but we're still going to look. Whiskey. Some people might take that as gold.
The cap was gold.
Not me. I'm not a whiskey guy. That's not gold enough for me. What's this? Banjo. What's the color
goldish or
gold?
yellowish things. I do like that he's not like just.
What is this?
He's kind of taking it, you know, like he's a little skeptic with everything.
It's a
he's
gold
finding, too.
hairnet looking thing.
He's not gonna just let anything he finds.
Not the gold I'm
count
looking
as it.
for.
Yeah.
Let's see. We didn't look in this. What's that? Ow. What does that say? I discovered my gold dredge number 8.
Yeah, it looks like he got to
Fairbanks,
the point
Alaska.
and then planted it.
Yeah.
So
Look at this.
He probably actually
Are you
went
kidding me?
randonauting, but
Like, I know we found some gold
put
stuff
that there.
out here.
It's a little on the nose for me.
Are you freaking
and
kidding me though?
he doesn't seem that excited about it. I would be off the wall.
Nothing, empty. It's weird though that this would be here because I'm in Arkansas and this says Fairbanks, Alaska on it.
You should have called the phone number.
I've never been
We
to Alaska.
should.
All of this stuff at one point was underwater. So why was this here? That's insane. That is insane. That is insane.
Yeah, I don't
His
buy his
reaction at the very
reaction.
end.
We've seen a lot of videos, and like people get really worked up when they find something, and this guy was like, "Oh yeah, gold."
He sold
Great.
it at the very end. It seemed like he kind of sold it a little bit, but yeah, it's definitely kind of a thing you get somewhere and you kind of.
I think he definitely went randonauting, but he may have placed that gold thing.
Yeah, and then like
unfortunately.
afterwards, just said like, "I'm gonna set it at my intention is gold."
But entertaining video.
Drew thinks he's saying legit.
Could be
Okay.
legit. It's possible.
I'm on the
Stranger things have happened.
I'm honestly on the fence with it because it could be something where he just like, you know, some people just aren't that like go out and they do it and like, oh, that's really cool, and they just don't have a whole lot of. He's not overselling it, which is like what a lot of people do. So like, I don't know. I feel like it could go either way, where he's just kind of like, oh yeah, that was cool, and not really have too much to kind of like.
Yeah,
it's tough.
Emily has a good point though. At the beginning, he was very animated, and then he found it, and his his animated level like went down after he found it. It is definitely is fishy, Sandy.
Especially that first thing he found, that
we'll
fish
never
head.
know. Yeah. So
yeah,
I don't know. Well, it's a mystery. We'll leave it up to the mystery.
Yeah. If you guys think of anything while watching the videos, if you have opinions on the videos, let us know. Like you've been doing. If you think it's
Please
fake or it's
do.
real or whatever. I don't know. Robin says, "Thank you so much for the advice. So true." You're welcome. We can move on to number
Video
6.
number 6.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I am back with another Randonautica video because my last video did so well. I'm actually so proud of myself. Except this time,
Shout out Angel Baby.
I have my friends with me.
Yay!
We're actually going to be finding JoJo here, a boyfriend. We'll be manifesting love today. So what are your intentions? What is your
That's a pretty big ask
for today?
Yeah.
Just to find a nice guy who has similar interests as I do.
She seems so sincere.
Yes, that is
vibes. That's what we're here.
These are the intentions.
I want to see her find love.
What is like your type? Like, what are we looking for?
Yeah. I guess a white boy with blonde and blue eyes. Okay. Okay.
She's got a type.
Toward the beach, honestly.
I know it's true. Let's go towards cars.
Yeah, we should. So, there's a car behind you.
These girls are animated.
They're very high
They're freaking
energy
out already.
level.
They're not even on. They haven't started their
Now we
Randonaut
know
trip, and they're
your
already
type,
freaking
and
out.
So we'll just find
They're looking for a white boy with blonde hair and blue
new
eyes.
location. This time we'll manifest a boyfriend without screaming. Okay, I'm excited now. Hey, Johanna, I hope you're ready.
That would be the craziest start to a relationship.
Yeah.
I have like,
Yeah, how do you explain that?
I have like high hopes. I hate you. I really
So how did you two meet?
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out for a little bit and see if they're
People are
cute.
just
Like,
starting to
what
get comfortable
would
with dating
I
apps.
say
Now
if
it's
their
like
vibe was good?
going
What
into
would I
like
even, say to them? Like that's so
random apps.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to figure out something. I mean, when it happens, we'll figure out what.
cross that bridge.
Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Like,
Visualize, like strongly visualize. I know I'm probably taking this way too seriously.
No.
but I
No,
really
she's
want
doing it
to
right.
really
She's
want to
doing it
have-
great.
Have this experience of finding her man's, or maybe even making it with my friends.
I love this
We don't
video. This is like my favorite one so
3,
far.
2, 1.
What even is love?
You are not manifesting hard enough.
I like how her friends were manifesting it, trying harder than she was.
Yeah.
It's in the Pacific Ocean.
It
Oh,
literally
no.
says Pacific Ocean. Like that's the location.
Oh my god.
Maybe her
Okay,
love
let's
is a
walk
merman
away
or
and then,
something.
Like, look out.
Maybe.
Oh,
Yeah, it's Aquaman.
Yeah.
We're gonna go walk and find love. We kind of have come to the conclusion that
They're
it's
entertaining to
probably
watch.
difficult to manifest like a person.
It's a big
Okay,
ass.
well, I think at this point we need to manifest food. We'll keep walking though, and if anything crazy happens,
Manifesting food is a really good use case. You can find some really good food using Randonautica.
Here's a dog.
But
This guy,
so
her type, and a
her
dog
type walked up and she approached him.
How old is he?
3.
Good looking dude, blonde.
That's what they were looking for.
Oh, wait, is that the dog's name, buddy?
Buddy, yes.
Oh, okay.
And, like,
Buddy,
someone
I
having
love Buddy.
a dog is like the best way. That's the easiest icebreaker for people to start talking. Someone has a dog. Oh, let's talk
Yeah.
about your dog. That's your in on talking with anybody. That's
Well,
like
especially if
lined
you
up
go
perfect.
randonauting, bring your dog. It
Yeah.
makes you look less out of place because you're just on a walk with your dog.
Oh my goodness, if that wasn't manifesting, we were walking away and we see a guy with a dog, blonde.
I think she
blue
says not.
eyes.
I think
That
we
was
were talking
really
over, but I think she
nice.
says
Obviously,
not my
was
type.
gonna like be like, so what are you guys up to? And I'd be like,
Exactly
we're finding
the
our
type she said.
boyfriend that looks just like you. But no, she was like, not my type. So we tried. Honestly, I would call that a big success. Yeah.
I mean, well, it's successful that we found at least a guy.
Well, her friends
Mainly
thought it
with
was a
the lover, though.
success.
He had, like,
Yeah.
the right
But
idea.
she did it.
She's like, I want to find a white guy with blonde hair and blue eyes. Here's a white guy with blonde hair and blue eyes. Not my type. That's exactly what you said.
It's a big ask. I mean,
Yeah.
but, she could tell the vibe. She knew her heart.
Yeah.
So
It's more than looks.
It's a big ask. That's a big ask to find love using Randonautica. The first person who actually finds love using Randonautica, actually, I know someone who actually found a girlfriend from using Randonautica. So it is possible. Yeah, so that was a big ask, but I liked their video. It was very entertaining. They were doing it right. They were focusing. Good job, gals. We love your video.
They were good. They were very entertaining, high energy and stuff like that. I like
Loved
watching it.
Yeah.
I feel like the girl that was looking for the boyfriend could have put a little more effort into the and setting the intention like her friends did.
Well, I
Maybe
kind
would've
of
helped out
feel like
more, but-
maybe her friends want her to have a boyfriend or something, and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna find you a boyfriend."
Yeah.
And she wasn't as into it as they were.
That could be it too. Yeah, maybe she's
kinda what it
being
seemed
single
like.
for a bit. Let her do her.
Yeah, yeah.
Good trips.
That was a good video.
Yeah, very cool. Well, alrighty. That's it for our videos. So it looks like we
Okay.
can hop right into some Reddit roundup.
Oh, I love these.
Me too. Let's give that a second there.
Reddit roundup.
All right. So This first one here, the post says, my question was, how do I find holiness? I was half expecting a living Zen koan, but instead got a clear answer, self-control. Now you see here, it's do not enter gates, but the gates are wide open.
So they literally found holiness.
Yeah, there's like the whole self-control thing about like, hey, don't enter, but the gates are open. Yeah. Come on in. But yeah.
There's holes in the fence. So I think that's ironic that the gate was open. So they found a hole. What's this one? What's this
one?
Got
some first timers here. My partner and I set our intentions as marriage/love. Lame, right? Here's where our pin took us. Love lane.
Love lane. Intention fulfilled. So they were the first time. And a lot of times, first timers have good luck. And even in the scientific studies, it's a known phenomenon that like your first time is like can be the more powerful. I don't know why that is, but it just happens to be that first timers often have good luck. But yeah, this couple set their intent for marriage, love, and they even submitted some proof that this is how you do it. They proved they got a void point at love lane and set their intent at love. So good job, guys. That's one of my favorite ones this week.
Very cool. Very cool. So next one here, I was a little unsure of this app because it kept telling me to go into the ocean. But today we took the boat out and I set the intention of seeing dolphins. And there you go.
Wow, I heard that someone found dolphins. Oh, I didn't get to see the photos, though. That's amazing. And like how dolphins communicate using sonar. So it's like a sense that we don't have. So it's like very like Randonaut because we're trying to like use like this mind, communication, and dolphins like communicate using sonar, which is like sense mechanism that we don't have. So that's one of the coolest ones I've ever seen. If that really happened, they actually found dolphins. That's pretty cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
We got one more here from our regular viewer, Sandy. See, Sandy, you were talking about this earlier. I told you to hold on. This is her post here. Mother's Day Randonautica trip with my boys. Intent, something unusual.
These are my favorite.
That's very unusual.
This is classic Randonautica content where you're just scratching your head and you're just like, what? What is this? Like, it's a knot in a tree, I guess, but it's just like formed in such a weird way. That's definitely an anomaly. You wouldn't see that every day, and you definitely wouldn't see that unless you use Randonautica. So
yeah,
an odd, good one, Sandy.
Strange find. Thank you, Sandy.
Thank you for submitting that. We love it.
Very cool. If you guys have any, make sure you guys are active on the Reddit pages and stuff like that on the subreddit. If you find, post your photos and your trips and all that stuff, because we'd love to see them and talk about them and all that.
Yeah, definitely. That is classic Randonaut content right there. One that just makes you go,
there she is. Hey,
what was that? Like, how did that happen? Like, what made the tree knot up like that? Like, it makes you ask questions, like, and it just tickles your curiosity. So that's one of my favorites that I've seen this week. Thank you, Sandy.
Definitely. Okay, switch that. It was the first trip. It was the boys' first trip. It was so good. See, just more first timers going out there and getting a good experience and all that. That was yours. I love this one, Sandy. Says Nikki.
Yeah. So she took her boys. Definitely for the person who was asking, can I take my kid? She took hers, and they found something that you wouldn't see every day for sure. So very interesting.
Mayrick says this app has helped so much with my mental health issues. So grateful.
This is a common report. Randonauting, it takes you out of your normal routine. So it allows you a chance to create new loops and new behaviors in your lifestyle. So there's a lot of people who are like, oh, I never cleaned my room before. And then I started randonauting and now my room is clean. And their mental health started clearing up, or now they were too afraid to leave their house and go to talk to people, and now they have the courage to leave their house and explore and do cool stuff. So, I am grateful to be of service, and I am so glad that you got some healing. We're going to be doing more work towards using Randonautica to heal people.
Very cool. Ashley Brown says, I think your app by far is the best one out there.
Well, thank you, Ashley Brown. I agree with you.
We appreciate it.
First of our kind, and there's more to come. Just wait.
If you feel strongly like Ashley like that, you should go out and give us some good ratings on the App Store. So like whether it's the iPhone app or Google Play or wherever it is, go out and give us a good rating, nice 5 stars or something like that.
We need some 5 stars because we have a lot of people who just don't understand the app and give us 1 star for like no reason.
Yeah. So speaking of which, we actually have some reviews here that I would like to read.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Look at the first one here. It says, definitely the coolest GPS-based app I've ever used. It's brought me to some really cool places in the past when I first had it, and after re-downloading it again, it's just as cool. The OWL token system is really interesting and unique, and is a super cool way to keep the app financed and running while keeping it open to anyone. Support was also really fast and helpful when I was having issues. Definitely deserves 5 stars.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I can't tell what their name is, but thank
Taylor.
you. Thank you, Taylor, for leaving that review. Yeah, the OWL points. It helps keep the lights on. We have to pay our support to, help our users who are having problems. So that money has to come from somewhere. So thank you to everyone who is supporting us. We're the first of our kind. We're a grassroots movement. We said no to venture capital that wanted to make it like Candy Crush or something and just have it be an addictive app. So we're like out here on our own bootstrapping. So pro subscribers and people who purchase OWL tokens, you guys are the ones who make this possible for millions of people to get out of their daily routine and find cool, interesting stuff and open new possibilities in their life.
Very cool. We got a couple more reviews here. Great app. I don't know how app is working, but it's bring me to close, new, nice, and interesting places. It's for sure a 5-star app. P.S. I mean that the app really find somehow some anomalies. Sorry, I'm kind of butchering that read, but yeah, it's another 5-star review from
it worked. They found places that they didn't. So thank you for whoever just said they gave us a 5-star review. Thank you very much. It helps us so much. Like I think we're at like 3.4 right now. So thank you so much for that 5-star review. So yeah, at Randonautica, they can definitely help you find new places. Like it is kind of complicated to understand exactly how it works. So I understand that, you don't have to exactly understand how it works for it to work. So thank you for the 5-star review. Let's see what's up next.
LOL, it sent me to my uncle's house 2 blocks down. It doesn't send you anywhere interesting. Just random normal streets or houses. 2 stars.
This is so funny. So it's like it took you to your uncle's house, which is extremely personally meaningful, and you weren't impressed. Like,
curious what their intention was.
Kidding me? Like, that's how it's supposed to work.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think they were just kind of confused, like what the app is for, because it's for like personally meaningful coincidences, and that definitely qualifies as a personally meaningful coincidence. So I think they were just kind of confused about what the app is for.
Yeah, this next person definitely doesn't understand the mind mechanic aspect of it. It doesn't have the option to enter intent. I thought that was the integral part of the app. 2 stars.
Yeah. So they just don't understand that you set your intent in your head, or by visualizing it, or lighting a candle, or doing
Mind
something
matter
like
interface.
that. Yeah. So it's mind matter interaction. You're not typing
keyboard
your intent
interface.
in. Yeah. It's your head affecting a random number generator. So they were just kind of confused about how it works, and they left us a bad review, unfortunately. But
well, let's wash our mouth out with the next one with a positive review here.
Let's see.
I love it. I went to school for mathematics, and I've never thought about my world like this before. If you ever need an extra chaos theory analyst, hit me up. 5 stars.
So Randonauting is based on chaos theory. And so whoever that is, hit us up. And if you want to help us, go ahead. We're kind of an autonomous organization. So people kind of just come and go and help where they can. And this person went to school for math, and it changed the way they looked at the world. So that's a good 5-star review. I really appreciate that. It makes me feel good.
Looks like we got somebody on the fence here. Is there any way now we're all social people to connect to one another as a social platform on Randonautica where we can share experiences locally or around the world? Also, is there any way you could improve the radius size to say 30 kilometers, as 10 kilometers is literally all around where I live? I want to adventure. 3 stars.
Yes. So that I think is fair. And so, yes, we are going to have a social media component coming out this summer, and where we're going to like connect all our synchronicities and entangle, and people are going to be posting their novel finds and anomalies, and it's going to be just a game changer as far as social media is concerned, because instead of algorithms showing you what you see, it's going to be like real stuff in the real world that's just so weird, and people are just gonna be like, what? So that's going to be a game changer. And yes, we're working on it. So the algorithm should go up to I think higher, but we're having some technical issues. So yes, we are working on getting the radius size bigger.
Cool. Let's try to get these last couple ones here pretty quick. This app is so fake. It may not be the app, but it is either the app or YouTubers. All of the videos online have something scary happen, like explosions or GPS trackers on cars. And when I do it, I get nothing like that. I want to know if they fake it or is it the app, because the app shouldn't put people's lives at risk. Okay, so how are you going to do us on what other people are doing with the app? Like,
so he's blaming the app for what YouTubers are doing.
YouTubers
we're not causing explosions. They're the ones faking it. The app is neutral. It just gives you a location. So a lot of people are confused about that. It's not the app, it's the people using it.
This is why we need the 5-star reviews, people, because you got people out here who aren't even they're not even rating us on the correct things. It's creating it on, they're watching YouTube like, that's fake. Well, I'm going to blame the app for that, for these people using it for, Sandy says, can't wait for the new stuff.
They're blaming us for what the YouTubers are doing. Yep.
I think we got one last, thing here. I don't, it just says,
I love this one.
So it says, and excuse me for if I'm not pronouncing this correctly, niña que quiere tener sexo conmigo, which our producer David translated via Google Translate, translates to girl who wants to have sex with me.
And this guy, he actually sent that to our support form. So I think he thought that our support form was where you write your intent, and he was looking for a girl to have sex with. So that's
not our app, dude. That's a different app.
And poor Emily, who handles our support, gets emails like this all the time. And she's supposed to be handling refunds and people's questions.
Emily says, I cannot tell you how many intentions come to me every day.
So that was pretty funny. He's looking for you got to be pretty desperate to use Randonautica to find sex.
I mean, if I don't even know what to say to that, man. I mean, maybe
it's a creative way to use it. Anyway,
I'm sure if you put yourself in the right starting point and then set it off, you might be able to find something like that, depending on what kind of neighborhood you live in and where you're at.
Maybe.
I mean,
but
are you a white dude with blonde hair and blue eyes? Because from the videos earlier today, we might have we have someone looking for a type. So who knows?
we have people looking on both sides.
He's looking for love, though, dude, not just a hookup. So
maybe we'll put it in the app for people to hook up. So thank you guys for joining us. Like we said, we're not going to have a show next week, but it's the next week. So what? It's like the 27th,
I believe. Yeah, 27th.
Yeah.
Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern time. So we're off next week.
Yeah, let's all set an intent for next week, or not next week, the week after next, for peace. So let's all go randonauting for peace, and let's see what happens. And as always, thank you to our pro subscribers. If you're a pro subscriber, you get invited to a Telegram group that's just for genuine randonauts, where we can chat and share our finds. You can pre-order the official guide to Randonautica on Amazon for a couple bucks less than it will be in July when it finally comes out. Become a pro subscriber by going to the Randonautica shop in the app, and that gets you special privileges such as unlimited anomalies. Thank you to everyone who joins in every week. We notice you guys. We appreciate you guys. Like, you guys are family to us. All the genuine randonauts who can just off the bat tell when something's fake. That just makes me feel so good. And so we're all united by our curiosity. So let's see if we can influence the future by setting our intent now for peace, and see if we get peaceful reports in 2 weeks. So thank you for joining me, Derek.
Of course, man. I'm going to go talk to my sink now and see what it has to say.
Yeah, hopefully it's not scary stuff like that, guys.
Thanks,
Maybe
Jackie.
More positive. Thank you, guys. Peace out. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Bye.
It's been Wash with Josh.